No, I didn't hear anything you said.
Sorry, I gotta get a picture.
Oh, come on, dude. Sit on the bike, even better.
Even better? Oh, fuck, dude. This is a big boy.
Oh, let me do it, because you're not going to be able to reach. Oh, we got to get, oh, wait, we got to get the bike. How can we get the bike? Ooh, I got it.
Bro, let's fuck.
Hell yeah. Alright, be good, dude. What a nice bro. Shout out to that bro. He's so nice. We'll see you at SBK, dude. That guy. That's what we're talking about today. So I watched the video, right? But who knows how much of it I'm going to remember. I'm just going to try and just go over some of the parts, points and stuff that I think yammie noob got wrong. Or yammie boob. We're going to call him yammie boob since I'm Trickster Squid. First of all, you brahs are flattering me. Talking about me being Ghost Rider and better and blah 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 all in this video. All in the video about the Ghost Rider. I'm flattered. I am absolutely flattered. Ooh. Okay, one, he talks about me being a what do you call it, manic. Because how excited I get for some of the videos and stuff and screaming and stuff. But brahs, that's just excitement. Y'all that watch my stuff know that I'm cool with just riding like a normal person. I'm not exactly totally addicted to speed, considering y'all know where I've hailed from, my previous stunting years, and all that kind of stuff. I just like what's extreme. And also, I don't really condone this kind of riding that I do on the streets. Everybody can do what they want, you know, America, you got rights. You know, if you want to do some crazy stuff that can get you in trouble, you can do it. Just please be careful. But I don't walk around saying that this is good. I don't walk around saying that everybody should be like me. I don't think anybody should be like me. I think I should be me, and then you be you, and that's how we should do it, right? But just so that's clear, just make that known, because he brought it up several times, and like, yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm not like trying to convince people to ride like this. Also, he talked about my wheelie. We're just gonna like randomly think of stuff as we go. Talks about my wheelie being uncontrolled. That 1000 is probably the hardest bike I've ever had to wheelie, because it has the worst throttle control out of any super bike that I've ever been on, even the H2. And if you want to see me wheelie good, you should probably like actually watch me ride one of my bikes, not a rental H2. Gonna be careful with that thing, even though it doesn't look like it. I was taking it pretty easy compared to how I ride, like, say, this thing. The X10 rental, technically I'm taking it kind of easy on that thing. I know that's hard to believe, but for me it's a reality. I really am not being quite as risky on those bikes as I am my own, because I'm not worried about crashing these things. Let's see, what else? Whoa, it's so windy today. Yeah, yammie noob, yeah, you should try to wheelie 1000, dude. I'm the only dude that I know of. What do I, Kobe can do it, that wheelies a 1000 controlled. Like, we can actually wheelie these things at balance point and cruise around and not gain tremendous amounts of speed. So, man, this is like all over the place. I'm sorry. Because, yeah, the video, the way he talks about stuff is all over the place too, as he's just going thinking about things. So my response is going to be the same way. Just in comparison to Ghost Rider, I think if you were to compare me to Ghost Rider, and I'll just go for it for the sake of this video, and since people said it, he said it, and then he tried to say that I'm not, I can do things that Ghost Rider can't, and I guarantee in his older age now definitely cannot. Like, he's never gonna even try this stuff. One, as you can see back there, I have the exact same motorcycle as him. It's a K5 Jixer 1000. except mine's tuned. It has a speedo healer, and I don't know about his. I know for a fact that his speedometer's off, because even though it's in kilometers, I can see it does the exact same speeds that my bike did with the stock speedo, which is off at the high end by like 20 plus miles an hour. It's incredibly far off. Like this thing before the speedo healer with the stock gearing would say it was doing 186 before I needed to shift to 6th. Like, it's nowhere near that speed. This bike can't even go 186 miles an hour, as we figured out. Top speed we've gotten this thing is 183, and that's with the tune, a little bit of gearing change. Anyway, so the Ghost Rider's bike is not even as fast as mine, probably. I saw him doing a wheelie at 248 kilometers per hour, which is equates to about 150, which with the speedo being way off is about 130. That's exactly where it should be. That's about as fast as you could wheelie this thing. It's probably around 130 miles an hour on perfect conditions. Today, with this wind blowing at me a gazillion miles an hour, there's no way I could wheelie this bike near that fast for reference to show anybody, but just because I thought that was funny that someone was bringing that up, saying how fast it was. It's not that fast. It really wasn't. 130 mile an hour. That's easily done on these things. But past that, that's where it gets hard. That's when the SRR 1000s and stuff will actually have a higher speed of a wheelie without anything done to it. But anyway, yeah. So he chases wheelies. He puts both feet down when he burns out. Here, pass Brendan. Show the thing. That's the right way to do it. You gotta be spicy with it. You gotta swerve. So yeah, that's how you do a rolling burnout, a real one. Like, you should be up on your bike and controlling your back end, moving around, doing whatever you want to do. His rolling burnouts is both feet down like this. Like a kid on a tricycle trying to stop. Like, that's how noobs do stuff. But you know, no offense to the OG. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, you try to say that I'm not as skilled as someone, and someone does rolling burnouts with both feet down like a kid trying to stop a tricycle. That's not how you do them. That shows lack of skill. Chasing wheelies shows lack of skill. Only other thing you got to say is that he rides faster, but if you watch Yammie's video, he very clearly is biased, and I don't know if it's because the Ghost Rider's older, I don't know if it's because he's wearing gear, but he's talking about how he's you know, just better. But he's in Sweden, their speed limits are slower, their cars are smaller, everything. The people are a little bit more law-abiding out there when it comes to road rules. Versus here, you got some wild people driving every single day. Like, I don't know, there's all that to take in perspective. So him zooming down the highway, he does a lot of risky stuff that I wouldn't do, which Yammie Dude didn't point out, but whatever. Like, I normally pass people where I have multiple options, and if you watch Ghost Rider, he'll pass people with 0 options. If this car does one thing, he's screwed, and I normally have a couple options, is how I try to do it. But to me, that doesn't show skill. That just shows more comfort in the fact that he knows where he's at. I know where I'm at on these streets. I know that some cars just do crazy stuff for no reason. But in Sweden, stuff's a little bit more easygoing. It just is. You got less to worry about. If I was in Sweden, I could go way faster on those streets than I could here. Not that Ghost Rider's even going any faster than me on the streets in Sweden. But there's several points where he doesn't let out because he's completely confident in knowing that what the car's going to do. And over there, it might be so. But me, over here in the good old US of A, I got to really worry about cars more. So most of the time, I take it a little bit easier through certain circumstances to slow down. Secondly, he was also comparing me to the Ghost Rider using, once again, rental bikes. Stuff that I'm not going to be pushing very hard. Can't do that. You gotta like watch my you know, can you beat the GPS videos or something that's on my bike, ripping, like trying to go fast. But even now, honestly, compared to some of my older stuff, I am a little bit more cautious than I used to be, because I just don't care. I have nothing to prove. I know I'm fast. I don't, like, there's a point where you can be so fast that it's no longer cool, it's just reckless. And yeah, so I tend to slow down when I go between cars and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. I want to see Ghost Rider do this. I want to see him go from if Ghost Rider could do any of this, I'll be impressed. But he can't. He literally can't. He lacks what's called skill. Well, so once again, no disrespect to the OG. Y'all compared me to him. I'm just talking about what my idea of skill is. If you're good at one thing on your motorcycle, I don't call you very skilled. There's plenty of guys that can wheelie better than me, but if you see them come up to a turn, they go super slow. If you see them come into, you know, a situation where they got to keep up with the boys, they're really slow. I am like a weird unicorn where I do it all. Oh, he also said, he said I should look into stunt riding. Brandon, show him the clip. Which I just thought was hilarious, because that's where I hailed. I hailed from the stunt riding because I loved wheelies. But at the moment now I don't have a stunt bike, although we might have a stunt bike here real soon, boys. I don't know. I'm looking at one right now. You can't say that I'm not skilled when you watch me ride a bunch of rental bikes, then talk about me and saying that what'd you say? You know, you should look into stunning. Like, you don't know who you're talking to. You're talking to someone who's done it all. I've done everything. But when you've done everything, you have a very big skill palette. I have a very big skill palette. I may not be the best at everything I do, but I'm good at everything I do at the very minimum, or at least know how to do it. Not only that, my bike is so much cooler than Ghost Rider's bike. His bike's just black. Look at this thing. Look at it. It's white. Just kidding. It's purple. It's got cages. It's got pretty powder coat. I got better clip-ons. Look at these. Woodcraft. Expensive. Very nice. Easy pull clutch. I don't know. Just this bike is just way cooler. Way prettier. But yeah, yummy boob. I don't really know what else to say. Like, you just said a lot of stuff that wasn't right. Oh, I'm not young. I'm 31. I'm about your age. Yeah. But I'll take you up on your track offers. What the point of this is. Like, I'll take you up. But the only deal is if I run with you on the track, like if I just ride the track and you're like, okay, the brand can actually do something. Let's like actually run at the same time. One, we got to be on equal bikes, and then two, you have to put weight on you, because I know you're much smaller than me. I want you to weigh the exact same as I do. So however we got to do that, we'll do that, because if we race, I want it to be 100% about the better rider, not the fact that you got 40 pounds lighter than me, or your bike's faster, or whatever the difference is. They got to be equal. we got to be equal, because I guarantee if you weigh the exact same as I do, you're in for it. But if you're lighter than me and you're on home base and blah blah blah, which I know you're lighter than me, you're smaller than me. I'm 6'5", 210. You're 5'10", 5'11", something, probably 160 pounds, maybe 170, maybe. Like, that's a lot of weight I have on you that the bike has to pull around a track. So I won't actually race you unless you unless you balance it out that way, because I want the brahs to actually see what it looks like if we're actually even, if that makes sense. I'm sure that makes it a little spicy. That might make your butthole pucker a little bit, because I've never been on a track before, so you know, you shouldn't be worried about putting on some weight to balance out weight wise with me. Even if you have to like put it on the bike, I don't care if we got strap weight on the bike, but it'd probably be better if you put a backpack on and we just put weight in it. But yeah, that's my condition stuff running on the track at the exact same time. Other than that, I just love to come out and just goof off, because, you know, who doesn't like goofing off and making videos and doing stuff ain't done before? That means the brahs also got to buy a suit, because God, they're not gonna let me on the track if I don't have real riding gloves, boots, and a full suit, which is annoying. That's money I gotta spend, but I'll do it. I'll do it for the sake of this. It'll be fun. But anyway, I'll prove once and for all that the squids of the streets, the real killers of the streets, always win. Because on a track it's very controlled, but on the street it's completely unpredictable. So you're putting a lot of faith and then a lot of experience of dealing with near crashes to go on a controlled track all of a sudden, have perfect corners, nothing's in the way. If you mess up, you just drive off in a grass bed for 200 feet. Not hard, not difficult. And if the Gixxer will be up for it, I'll definitely run your 765 versus this Gixxer 1000.
On second thought, probably not, because the cages make it to where I can't lean the Gixxer all the way over, at least as much as you'd need to on a track.
And I won't even let you won't even have to put on some weight for that race. I just got to replace the shock on this, because I notice I'm bouncing pretty bad in turns when I try to get down real hard. But it's got the original shock on it for 2005, so that's probably why. And I'm heavy, so probably need to get it set up for my weight. Anyway, so that's it, brahs. We'll see you soon, yammie boob.